He was just 16 when he started building websites from his bedroom, tinkering away late into the night. By the time he was 25, he was worth over $400 million. This isn't a fairy tale. It's the unbelievable true story of how a teenager turned his after-school hobby into a global tech empire that would reshape the digital landscape. Stay with us as we uncover how he did it, step by step. It all began in a tiny bedroom, a space barely big enough for a bed and a desk. With nothing but an old secondhand laptop and an imagination that ran wild, he spent countless hours learning to code. The glow of the screen was his moonlight, and the clicking of the keyboard was his soundtrack. While his friends were out, he was building, creating, and dreaming of something bigger, something that could one day exist beyond the four walls of his room. He didn't have fancy equipment or powerful connections, just a burning passion and an internet connection that was, more often than not, frustratingly slow. But in that small, cluttered room, the seeds of a future empire were being sown, one line of code at a time. He started noticing a gap in the market, a problem that no one seemed to be solving effectively. He saw local shops, family-run cafes, and small businesses in his town struggling to get online. They had great products and loyal customers, but they couldn't afford the fancy, expensive websites that big corporations had. So, with a clear sense of purpose, he started building simple, clean, and most importantly, affordable websites right from home. He would walk into local stores, a nervous but determined teenager, and pitch his services. He'd show them mock-ups on his laptop, explaining how a simple online presence could bring in new customers. The first few checks he received were small, barely enough to cover his costs, but they were proof that his idea had value and that he was onto something truly special. Then came the moment that every entrepreneur dreams of, the turning point. It arrived not with a loud bang, but with a quiet ping from his inbox. One morning, while scrolling through routine emails, a subject line caught his eye: collaboration proposal. It was from a major company, a household name he had only ever seen in commercials. They had stumbled upon his work, impressed by its simplicity and effectiveness, and wanted to offer him a contract. Reading the email, his heart pounded in his chest. It was a six-figure deal, an amount of money that was simply unfathomable to him. This wasn't just a big break, it was a launchpad. That single email validated every late night, every sacrifice, and every moment of self-doubt. It was the moment his bedroom hobby officially became a serious business, and his life was about to change forever. With the capital and confidence from that major contract, he shifted into high gear. What was once a solo side hustle quickly transformed into a legitimate company. He started by hiring his most trusted friends, the ones who had believed in him from the very beginning. They traded the cramped bedroom for their first real office, a modest, rented space that felt like a palace. They filled it with desks, whiteboards, and a shared sense of mission. The energy was electric. They weren't just building websites anymore. They were building a brand, a system, a platform that could scale. They developed new tools to make the process faster and more efficient, invested in servers, and watched as their growth charts climbed higher and higher. Within just 2 years, the team had grown, their client list had exploded, and they were making waves in the tech industry, far beyond what anyone thought possible. By the time he turned 25, the company he founded in his bedroom was a certified titan of the tech world, with a valuation soaring over $400 million. The same kid who once worried about his family's Wi-Fi bill was now a celebrated innovator, featured in magazines and speaking at major conferences. He was giving media interviews, accepting industry awards, and leading product launches that were watched by millions. His life had transformed from humble beginnings to a lifestyle that included global travel and the ability to provide for his family beyond their wildest dreams. But more importantly, he was shaping the digital world, empowering thousands of other small businesses to follow in his footsteps and achieve their own online success. He proved that a simple idea, executed with relentless passion, could indeed change the world. So what's the real lesson here? This incredible journey teaches us that success isn't about your age, how much money you start with, or waiting for a lucky break. It is about finding a real problem that people have and dedicating yourself to solving it better than anyone else. It's about the grit to keep going when things get tough, the courage to take a risk, and the vision to see what others can't. His story is a powerful reminder to all of us. Dream big, but don't be afraid to start small. Your bedroom, your garage, your kitchen table, that could be the birthplace of the next great idea. The only thing stopping you is the willingness to start. Thank you so much for watching. If this story inspired you, please hit that like button and subscribe to our channel for more content just like this. We'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Until next time, keep dreaming and keep building.